Hello. Yes, this is our last day for phase two in Malawi, Blantyre. And David, how would you rate this training, and how has it been overall?
Well, for me, out of 10, 10 being the best, I would give it a 9.
Okay.
A 9 because the multiplication that has happened after the first training, it was tremendously amazing.
Yes.
And also having a 60% people who you trained on the first phase coming for the second phase, that for me was good stuff.
Yeah, I think I would also, I'll give it a 7. And
7?
I'll give it a 7, being that, let's say 8, and being that the multiplication really also, for me, stood out, David, because it was amazing. It's something that we have never seen.
Yeah, and for us, when we were going last time, we made 5 groups.
Yes.
But now, for them, they realized that one group was so big that it was divided into 3, the Manasseh group. So now we have kind of 8 groups which were happening and going through the material phase 1.
Yeah.
And now on that, we gave out 50 certificates to go to one of the Timothy who has trained another 50 people, and they were from poor background and very remote area. And then when another guy saw that, he was like, you know what, it's okay, you are not giving me certificates for my Timothy, but I have 2 groups of Timothy that I teach. We meet twice a week, and one group was 30, the other one was 20. So that's another 50. So we have 2 groups which are raising up 100 Timothy.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think what also stands out for us in that is that these guys are non-denominational. So they're meeting, Catholics, Muslims. They're meeting all kind of religions, and they're getting to share the word, learn more from what they have done, and it's amazing.
Yeah, the other thing that caught me up is to see, they call them the fathers of gatekeepers of the ministry in Blantyre. That means the men who started ministries in Blantyre sitting down for I think they sat for 4 days because they came the second day, and them telling us to pray for them. Even it was amazing for them to kneel down for us to pray for them. And they also prayed for us. So we felt the connection and working together and in agreement of changing the world.
David, we had people, again, I don't know if we said this, we had people who were sleeping at the church on the ground, and some on the tables. Just to hear and to be trained and equipped.
This is because they were coming from far. They didn't have transport to go every day. And they didn't have money for accommodation, and they were from poor background, but they said, we are not going home, we just spend at the church.
I think for us that was very emotional to see that there are people who are very hungry, to even say, I would rather sleep in the cold in the night on top of a table to just land. The other thing, I think, David, they got it. They got what we were talking about.
They did.
Because at the end of the day, everyone was, talking about, I have to do things not for our kingdom, but for the kingdom of God. And for us, that was encouraging when you get to see that the people that you have trained have got it. So good. So now, I think the thing that we spoke was, again, this is the last time for phase 2 in Malawi, and we were talking about what next. What are you guys going to do? Well, they have already done the multiplication, but again, we love their strategy, because their strategy was more of, so we do have other regions in this country. So we had 8 groups, and those 8 groups had leaders, and so they still meet. We have some that are meeting almost daily,
and that's 2 days in a week.
2 days, others 2 days, others 2 days in a month. So what they were saying, so these 8 big groups, they want to reach out to other regions, because whatever we have done the training is one region.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And So they were like, let's gather together, see how we can now reach out to the whole region, and they can, David, because we have already seen them do this, without us. Okay.
Yeah. The other thing is that when we are finishing the training and the Yogo certificate, they were amazing. And you know what? Sometimes we give even the cooks the certificate, and one of them said, "Thank you very much. The other time you trained us, you gave us certificate, and we were also able to learn after preparing the meal. And you know what? We are now getting some works or job from hotels because we have this certificate." And they were greatly appreciating that.
Oh, that's amazing. The other thing is that then we had Chester from Mozambique. We had Rael from Mozambique. So we had really a regional meeting after everything. So we had guys from Malawi. We have Chivete. He was not able to come, but Chivete from Zimbabwe, and also Tembo from Zambia. He didn't come this time. But we had a meeting, and that meeting was to see how can they then take over the southern region, because we don't want to keep coming back, and they are trained really. So how can they take over? And we had a couple of talks and a couple of discussions, and they look like they are hungry and they're ready to take on the challenge to reach out and disciple other nations, Angola, Liberia, that are within that. So we are humbled
and excited that God has done marvelous
to see
stuff.
what God is doing.
Yeah, and now we'll be leaving to Lilongwe, whereby we are going to do another 5-day training to our new pastors. This is is it the southern region or the northern region or central?
That will be the central region.
This will be the central region. So we will be done with Malawi, having lit fires in 2 different regions. And so we expect our Timothys to go all over.
Yes.